Is it Friday already? Where did the time go? We have a great show for you today on River City Live. Look at that beautiful setup from the Premier Bride Expo, and we'll be chatting with those folks just a little bit later on. But it's a very, very smooth transition into our first topic of the morning, which is a study that says that married couples tend to gain weight after they get married. In fact, 54% of couples say they gain the most weight 3 years into their marriage. So we should go down the table here, Mark, and tell you, have you ever gained weight ever?
Exactly.
Do you know what that means?
Believe it or not, I have not. I've been pretty much the same for the last 11
He
years.
has a hummingbird heart if you've never watched the show before.
No, but yeah, no, for the most part, I've been the same. But I do think whenever my wife diets or if I diet, it is kind of infectious where we both end up doing it. So there's a positive side of that, I guess. But for the most part, I stayed the same, so that's good. What about Elizabeth? It's only, what, it's been a year?
A little over a year. I am in that 54%, or I was, but thanks to 904 Thick I'm not anymore. But I completely get this study, and it's because you're so happy and you're traveling and you dieted before the wedding, so I was eating whatever I wanted.
So it's not that you don't have to try anymore?
Oh, and I said, hey, you said for better or for worse, so you're going to take me at my word.
You're gonna test it, right? You're gonna test it.
And Lance?
I mean, come on. Enough said. I don't even have to say anything.
Okay. And 66% of the couples say they gain weight at the same time because they pick up each other's poor eating habits, like you said, Mark, and then 61% of couples find it easier to diet and exercise together. Now, for us, within the first 3 years, I was pregnant at least once and almost the second time. So you
had a good excuse.
Like in the first 4 years, I was pregnant twice. So I feel
here's
like
a
that's
question
good
too. So
excuse.
Rance, when Lisa was pregnant, did you gain weight with her?
Actually, no.
Okay.
No, I mean, I stayed pretty much the same, but, you know, it was great because all the stuff that I really like to eat that she didn't normally eat, she craved. It was like, yes, life is beautiful.
Good times,
Yes, I did like that. She was a vegetarian when we met. I converted her.
You converted her?
Good job. Good job.
Good job. Hey, well, let's keep talking about food, all right?
Okay.
So where's your favorite place to go and get a burrito? Do you guys have one here in town?
Taco Lou.
Taco Lou, that's a good one. That's strong.
I still haven't been there. High Tide.
That's one of my favorites, like High Tide.
I like Moe's.
Moe's. Well, guess what? You have good taste because Moe's is now ranked #1 best place to get a burrito. It actually knocked off Chipotle, which was #1 for the last 3 years. And here's a burrito poll that we put on our Facebook page. And this is where everybody weighed in. So Moe's, according to our research, was 14%. Burrito Gallery, 14%. Tijuana Flats, another great place, 29%. High Tide Burrito, 29%. Chipotle, 0.
It's under Taco Bell now.
Yeah.
But Chipotle was the #1 most
For
popular
3 years.
nationwide, and now Moe's has unseated them. But I think it's all that press they've had.
Absolutely. They had a pretty tough 6 months where when you go by, there was nobody in that parking lot. So I'm sure they'll rebound because they still have solid food. So
I mean, it was that when they first came out, it was such a rush because it's like, oh, a burrito place. And now you've got so many different options. Yeah, I pass on that. But something I will not pass on, a deep fried Twinkie. Now, we know that they've been staples at state fairs and stuff for years, but guess who is bringing it to the mainstream? Hostess is going to be offering deep fried Twinkies at your local store. They're not out yet, but they're coming soon. I know Mark and Eden probably won't eat it. Elizabeth, I might be able to talk you into taking a bite.
I definitely would try it, but that just does not sound appetizing to me.
Are you kidding?
But I'm not a big Twinkie fan, so obviously.
It's fried.
This is a Walmart exclusive for the first year. They made that deal. So, but locally right now, so you can't get them at the Walmart. We did try. We did go to Walmart this morning and try to get these in the freezer section. Hamburger Mary's, though, they offer deep fried Twinkies. That's on the menu.
yeah, I definitely would try it. You know, I don't think it's a bad idea. It reminds me of like my old days in college because that's when I had the worst dietary habits. I ate anything. I would go for a deep fried Twinkie.
Still lost weight.
Yeah. You know, and then, you know, speaking of like college and graduation, I decided to do a little bit of research and getting your suit for your first job. So I stepped out to the Men's Warehouse to get an education to get the right color, fit, and style. Let's take a look. Buying a suit can be an overwhelming experience. You have to know what style, pick out the proper color, and get the right fit. So I headed out to the Men's Warehouse, where I met up with store manager Valerie Kamai. Valerie, right now people are graduating high school, some are graduating college, and there's job opportunities out there, but they need a suit. So can you help us out with a suit for a young man?
Absolutely. We have many. Again, slim fit is definitely what they're wearing right now. Appropriate for interviewing in regards to color, we always recommend either a navy blue or charcoal gray. Solids are always a nice way to go, especially not only to be appropriate, but also in building a wardrobe that maximizes your versatility. A gentleman, you know, maybe called back for a second interview. He doesn't want to wear the same suit that he wore to the first interview to the second. So solids allow you to mix and match a variety of shirt colors, patterns underneath to make the suit look totally different. Also, like this, for example, going with a solid navy suit, the gentleman can use that as a sport coat down the road as well and put a nice tan pant with it or gray pant with it, and he instantly has a navy blazer, which is a core piece of a gentleman's wardrobe.
I decided to throw on the jacket and get an education on the proper fit.
Lapel is laying flush up against. Little bit of bowing here, and that's what I was just talking about. So we could probably either change our model and go with this size in a modern fit to give you a little bit more room across the shoulders, or bump up to the next size, keeping with the slim fit. Generally, I mean, a safe bet's going about 1 inch out.
Yeah.
You know, that tends to give you a little bit of comfort. What you don't want is a garment to be so tight that it starts to break.
Is this too short for me? Because when I raise up...
And that's a common thing. We don't judge the sleeve length by you know, going like that. You always want to measure your sleeves at rest. And actually, you have a nice business sleeve on there right now.
The length of the jacket then, I know the old tradition was you could cup your hands, but now they're
Right.
going a little bit shorter.
Yes, in the slim fit modern suits, they are a little shorter. Again, as long as kind of a general rule is if the bottom of the coat covers your seat, okay, or right to the bottom of your seat, you're
Yeah.
good.
Okay. It covers most of my seats.
There
so
you
I think
go.
we're okay. Speaking of seat, it's time to look at pants. So, what's in style?
Slim fit all the way. The tighter, the better. Basically, you know, a lot of the guys are looking for that real slim fit look, a very tapered leg, flat front pants, definitely.
Another important part of the pant is the break, and that's the fold or the bend above the cuff on the leg. And for the most part, there are 3 common styles for the break: full, half, and quarter. Once you're all set with your jacket and your pants, it's now time to look at shirts. And for an interview, it's always a great idea to go with simple, like white or blue. And last but not least, it's time to accessorize. So pick out a pocket square or a tie. Have fun, show that you have personality and style. There really is a lot to picking out a suit. And again, for a lot of like young guys out there, they might not know what to get. So, you know, the style's important, the cut, and color. You know, 2 basic ones, blue and gray for an interview suit. So it really is. It's an eye-opener. There's a lot to it. You got to get the right thing.
And I like showing the accessories and how a pop of color can help with your personality.
Totally. That's when you could be you.
Yeah.
So speaking of colors of suits, one color you should not pick, which they probably don't even make this, it's actually Pantone 448C. It is known as, I'm not even going to try pronouncing it, but it is a dark greenish muddy color, and apparently it is the ugliest color. But experts in Australia who declared it Australia, some people are using the color on cigarette packs, hoping that it will turn people away from the cigarettes.
Interesting.
Now, I have to say, I think that's funny because my mom loves wearing a robe around the house at home, and forever she had a robe that was very similar to that color, and my dad...
hideous?
It kind of was, yeah, and my dad would beg her to stop wearing it. She's like, no,
And then
it's
she
so
took it
comfortable.
off. I get it.
Whoa,
It's like a
now you
game.
just took that to a whole another level
You
that I did
serve
not
it
like.
up. What's the matter with my robe? Oh, it's the color? I can take care of this.
There it is,
Your
softball.
mom's so cool. I get it.
That was, I can see that for the cigarettes, puke green. Get rid of, you don't want to smoke. Yeah.
That is actually what he would call it,
Oh,
is
yeah?
cute green. Yes.
Excellent, excellent save. Who remembers text neck? We talked about that. That's when you get that
Remember
switch
that.
in your neck
Sure.
from looking over at your phone. Now there is talk of swiper thumb. swipe or thumb. So hold up your thumbs, everybody, and take a look. Is the dominant hand's thumb bigger than the less dominant hand's thumb? And if so, I'm going to show you why that would be. It's all this swiping. It's the swiping
angled more
on your phone. You're
Here
doing
we go.
so
Goes
much
up
of it
more.
that it's like a bodybuilding session for your thumb. So what do you think? Anybody on the panel here?
Elizabeth.
Yes,
We have a
mine will-
champion! Big Thumb Award goes to
So I will
Elizabeth.
win all of the thumb wars.
So it really is a difficulty when you're buying gloves, right? I mean, who cares? We thought you should know there's just one more ailment that swiping around on your phone can cause, in addition to loss of attention. So, all right. Having said that, we have a lot going on right now, prize-wise, including the very last day this week of our Goodwill giveaway, where you can win a $50 Goodwill gift card by guessing the items, amounts that you're seeing here on the screen now. So for this particular giveaway, you're looking at everything combined. There's, let's see, there's a carry-all for your toys to bring them all to the beach, all these toys that you're seeing. There's bathing suits and sunglasses and even a pink pair, which I think is adorable.
Yeah,
you've
so
got
we're still
all that stuff.
sticking with the whole summer theme. It's a little bit of hodgepodge today, but there's such great deals out there at Goodwill. You know, there really is. So what we're doing right now is you have to guess how much the entire set costs, and the winner will get a $50 gift card at Goodwill. Just go to our Facebook page, River City Live TV, and we'd like to announce the winner from yesterday, and that was Danielle Rogers. She won with the spread yesterday over there. We were talking betting and some great deals. The actual price was $15.96, and she came in at $15, only
Nice.
96 cents off. So she won a $50 gift card
all for
at
that?
Goodwill. That's actually great, yeah, because betting's
That's
really
amazing.
expensive. Yeah, so
That
it's a
is
good deal.
amazing.
You know what else is a good deal? Right here, River City Live, and we have more of this coming up right after this.